Hello everyone! Welcome back to my channel. Well, for those who are new here, my name is Rog. Many of you know me because I've spent years in educating people about HIV, advanced HIV disease, and sexually transmitted infection, and anything about public health concerns. Well, as a healthcare and public health professional, I've always believed that accurate health information can save lives. And recently, I had a realization. Well, then, if I can confidently educate people about HIV and STIs, why not use this same platform to educate people about another condition that has now become part of my personal journey? That is diabetes. Because here's the reality. Almost every Filipino knows someone with diabetes. Well, I have a question for you. Do you know someone with diabetes? It could be your parent, maring mga kapatid, kaibigan, o baka katrabaho. Chances are you do. Because diabetes is no longer just a health issue. It is now a global epidemic affecting hundreds of millions of people, including millions of Filipinos. And that is exactly why we are talking about it today. Well, before we dive into the basic of diabetes, let's first understand why this topic is so important. Minsan kasi, iniisip natin na yung diabetes is just another common illness. Mataas lang naman ang blood sugar. But the reality is much bigger than that. According to the latest International Diabetes Federation or Diabetes Atlas, approximately 598 or 89 million people worldwide are currently diagnosed with diabetes. That is about 1 in every 9 adults globally. What's even more alarming is that this number is projected to increase to 853 million by 2050 if the current trends continue. Now, let's bring it closer to home. Sa Pilipinas naman, diabetes is becoming a major public health concern. Well, based on the same source, the International Diabetes Federation, around 4.7 million Filipino adults are living with diabetes today, representing the prevalence of approximately 7.5% among adults. That means millions of people or Filipino families are directly affected by diabetes. And that's only the diagnosed cases. There are likely many more Filipinos who have diabetes but not yet been diagnosed. According to the Philippine Statistics Authority, in 2023, the Philippines has recorded a total of 43,964 deaths due to diabetes mellitus, consisting of 22,056 males and 21,908 females. So when we talk about diabetes, we're not talking about a rare disease. We're talking about a condition that may affect our family, siblings, relatives, colleagues, friends, or even ourselves. Now, let's start with the most important question. Ano nga ba ang diabetes? Diabetes is a condition where the amount of sugar or glucose in your blood becomes too high. Now, some people hear the word sugar and immediately think of sweets, dessert, or the table sugar. But glucose is actually the body's primary source of our energy. Every time we eat carbohydrates, rice, bread, pasta, fruits, dessert, our body breaks them down into glucose. The glucose enter our bloodstream and is supposed to enter our cells, where it can be used as fuel. But for that to happen, we need something called insulin. Now, think of insulin as a key, no? Imagine your body's cells are houses, glucose is outside the house, insulin is the key that opens the door so glucose can enter. Well, now, without insulin, or if the body cannot use insulin properly, the glucose remain in the bloodstream, and that's when the blood sugar level starts rising. That is diabetes in simple terms. Now, let's talk about different types of diabetes. No? Meron siyang tatlong klase. Many people think that diabetes is just one disease. No? Actually, tatlo sila, as what I've said, no? Number one is the type 1 diabetes. Type 1 diabetes occurs when the body's immune system attacks the cell that produces the insulin. No? People with type 1 diabetes usually need insulin therapy because their body produces little or no insulin at all. Well, now this can actually happen in children, teenagers, and even adults. Now, second is the most common diabetes, the type 2 diabetes. Kapag ang isang tao may type 2 diabetes, the body still produces insulin, but it doesn't use it effectively. This is called insulin resistance. Over time, the pancreas may struggle to keep up, causing blood sugar levels to rise. Most adults diagnosed with diabetes has type 2 diabetes. Next is the gestational diabetes. This occurs during pregnancy. While some women develop high blood sugar level while pregnant, well, then the good news about this one is that it often resolves after pregnancy, but it can increase the risk of developing type 2 diabetes in later life. So, bakit nga ba nagkakaroon ng diabetes ang isang tao? One of the biggest misconception is that diabetes happens because someone ate too much sugar. Well, that is an oversimplification. Diabetes is influenced by so many factors. Maaaring genetics, family history, maaaring edad, no? Maaaring body weight, or ang isang tayo mayroong obesity, physical activity, dietary patterns, and other medical conditions. Some people live very healthy lifestyle and still develop diabetes because of genetics. Others may have several risk factors that increase their chances. So, diabetes is much more complex than simply eating sweets. So, hindi lang yun yung dahilan. Now, ano ba yung mga common signs and symptoms of diabetes? Some people live with diabetes for years without realizing it. But the most common symptoms ay itong mga ito. Maaaring madalas na pag-ihi, madalas na pagkauhaw, madaling magutom, at pagkapagod, o yung minsan kahit kagigising mo palang pagod ka na, malabong paningin, mabagal na paggaling ng sugat, at yung mga unexplained weight loss, yung bigla-bigla na lang pumapayat o bumabagsak yung pangangatawan. Not everyone experiences all these symptoms, no? In fact, many people have no symptoms at all. That's why screening and regular checkups are so important. So, bakit nga ba big deal ang diabetes, no? Some people may say, okay lang yan, mataas lang naman ang sugar, pwede naman pababain. But, uncontrolled diabetes can affect many organs. It actually can damage primarily your eyes, your kidneys, your nerves, the heart, and even your blood vessel. No? Over time, poorly controlled diabetes can increase the risk of blindness, kidney disease, heart attacks, stroke, and other complications. This is why early diagnosis and proper management really, really matter. Well, this is a question that I get a lot. Can diabetes be cured? Currently, diabetes is generally considered as a chronic condition. However, many people can achieve excellent blood sugar control. Some individuals with type 2 diabetes may even achieve remission through significant lifestyle changes and weight management. But diabetes management is not about finding a magic cure. It's about long-term control. It is a commitment, no? And think of it as a marathon. Hindi siya yung dire-diretso kailangan kang mauna sa finish line. It doesn't work like that. Well, how is diabetes managed? Fortunately, diabetes can be managed effectively. Management usually involves, number one, healthy eating. So, pag sinabing healthy eating, walang starvation, hindi mo kailangan gutumin ang sarili mo, not extreme diet, healthy and balanced eating ang kailangan. Next is physical activity. Regular movement helps the body use insulin more effectively. You don't have to become a marathon runner. Walking is already a great start. Second is, of course, medication. Some people may need oral medication. Others may require insulin. And that's perfectly okay. Using medication doesn't mean it's a failure, no? It is a treatment. Next is, of course, monitoring or regular monitoring. Blood sugar monitoring helps guide decision and track progress. Remember, knowledge is power. The more you understand your numbers, the better equipped you are to manage your health. Many of you know I was recently diagnosed with diabetes. And to be honest, it forced me to rethink many things. No? Number one is my habit, my nutrition, and my physical activity. But one thing I've learned is this. A diabetes diagnosis is not the end of your life. It's the beginning of becoming more intentional about your health. Can I still enjoy food? Yes, of course. Can I still travel? Definitely. And can I still celebrate birthdays, attend buffets, and enjoy life? Absolutely yes. The goal is not perfection, no? The goal is making better choices more consistently. So that's it. So that's your Diabetes 101. Well, if there's one thing I want you to remember from this video, diabetes is common, diabetes is serious, but diabetes is manageable. And the first step in managing any health condition is understanding it. Well, in my next videos, we'll talk more about diabetes myths, food choices, blood sugar monitoring, medication exercise, and my personal experience living with diabetes. Well, now, if you find this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe. And comment down below, do you have diabetes? Know someone with diabetes? Or have a question you'd like me to answer? Well, again, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.